All right, Matt, thanks. We are a week away from the Arkansas primaries with a full list of candidates and a number of races next Tuesday. One of the biggest races statewide is that for the Republican and Democratic nomination for governor. On the Republican side, our political expert Roby Brock with Talk Business and Politics says it's pretty cut and dry between Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Doc Washburn.
She's a little over 72% in our most recent Talk Business and Politics Hendrix College poll. Her challenger, Doc Washburn, is about 16.5%.
What's not so cut and dry is the race for the Democratic nomination. There are 5 candidates on the Democratic primary ticket. Jay Martin spent 2003 to 2006 in the State House and was elected majority leader during that time. Says while economic development is the #1 issue on his agenda, the state must address the mental health crisis.
I want community mental and physical health to be emphasized and funded. We tend to put people in institutions and people can go to work and still receive the help they need and even have well checkups for mental health.
James Russell has worked in the healthcare field for several years. He says what separates him from the field is not being afraid to talk about any issue.
I know a lot of people try to play it safe as far as hedging their bets and not wanting to risk alienating any voters or anything. I think that's a mistake.
Chris Jones has separated himself from the field, polling very high among Democrat voters, according to our content partners at Talk Business and Politics. He says he's the only Democrat who can take on the likely Republican nominee, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
You need someone who is positioned to be able to put up a really good contrast. You need someone who understands the challenges, and you need someone who actually can tap into a national network while knowing how to solve problems on the ground in Arkansas for Arkansans. And I'm that candidate.
Anthony Bland is a former businessman and current educator in Little Rock. He says his campaign itself is what sets him apart.
There is nobody paying me to run for office. I'm not fudging numbers. I'm not doing anything to make myself look anything other than the truth. So I'm an everyday person running to be a voice for the everyday person.
Supa Saprasith Mays is a former Walmart executive. In her campaign, she's referred to Arkansans as shareholders, says she'll be the most transparent governor to these shareholders.
With all the dollars that our shareholder put into the tax dollar, what is being spent to the last penny? In my race, it's about people first, inclusion, because I don't care what business you're in the people business.
Again, Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Doc Washburn are the candidates vying for the Republican nomination for governor next Tuesday. There are also 5 write-in candidates. New at 10, it is a close race tonight in Pennsylvania's Republican primary to fill a seat in the U.S. Senate. Dave McCormick is leading Dr. Mohamed Oz by less than 1%, with about 2/3 of the votes counted. The winner of the general election will fill a seat vacated by retiring Senator Pat Toomey. CBS News projects that the winner of the Republican primary will face John Fetterman. He currently is Pennsylvania's lieutenant governor, but there was some uncertainty if he would move forward with the race after suffering a stroke earlier this month. Fetterman said in a statement on Sunday that doctors believe he is on the way to making a full recovery. Meanwhile, in another closely watched race in North Carolina, incumbent Madison Cawthorn has conceded his race to Chuck Edwards. Several GOP leaders turned away from the 26-year-old congressman. He called Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky a thug.